Okay, I kid you not. I already made an 11 to 12 minute video uh, with no audio. So, so I am making this video again, remaking this video because I forgot to turn on the microphone that I have on my lapel or have it attached to my little jacket here. But also I had the receiver, I guess, plugged into my phone. Anyway, it didn't work. So it's going to be a different video, even though nobody will ever see the other video because I already erased it because there's no audio. So I'm Andrew from 510 Books. It is Friday. November 7th, 2025. And today was an awesome day in the store. I had a lot of people come in. It was a lot for me. And I had some big purchases. Somebody came in who had been in here before, but hadn't been in here for a while and purchased a lot of 4Ks as well as Blu-rays and added up to quite a lot for a large purchase for one person. Let's say it's definitely above the average. That's for sure. It was a close to just a hair under $200 sale. So that was really nice. It was also nice to clear out a lot of Blu-rays. So now I have a lot of space because it was getting a little packed over there. That's another reason, obviously, making the money when you sell a bunch of stuff, bunch of inventory, but also freeing up space to add new inventory. That's the way I think about it. Is it's a win-win because obviously I'm not in a huge space, so I only have so much room to put out new inventory. If I had double the space, then I could have even triple the amount of Blu-rays, right? Or whatever it is, double the amount of movies, etc., double the amount of music. But I just don't have the space, so it's nice when people come in, they buy a lot of items, I make some money, they get what they want, and then I free up more space so I can put out even more inventory in the upcoming weeks. So today was a great day. Every week is different, right? Sometimes a Monday's busy, sometimes a random, Wednesday or Thursday or Tuesday is busy, and then Fridays can be busy too. A lot of people coming in at the end of when we're closing. Saturdays have been busier in general recently, the past couple of months. I think it's because of the TikTok, the exposure TikTok has given my business. And there's just people that maybe that definitely can't come during the week, or it's harder for them between 10 and 4, so they can only come on a Saturday. So anyway, that's what it was today, made up for the week. So if tomorrow is even pretty good, above average, it'll be a great week. So also today, let me show you, which I already showed, but no one could hear me. So I recommend adapting and changing when necessary. And let me share with you what I mean. So those are all classical music CDs in this box. I had them, or I pulled them all from my most recent palette of CDs that I purchased a few months back. And I listed them locally. There's 182 of them. I had some people show interest, but no one came out to buy them. I was selling them for only $50. That's right. Very low, because I wanted to move them. And someone contacted me today. Again, no one had actually come out. Someone contacted me today, and he said, "Oh, can I just pick some from there?" And I said, "No, I'm selling all of them together." And then he said, "Well, what if I just pick what I want, and I'll still pay you the $50, enough to fill my backpack?" So what did I do? I adapted. I was flexible, and I said, "Sure. Would I prefer that you or somebody pay me the $50 and take all the CDs away so I don't have to deal with them anymore? They don't take up space?" Yes, that's the ideal situation. However, he came by. That's the other thing. He actually showed up, which is great. He came by towards the end of when I was going to close, and then he picked out what he wanted, which was a good amount, put it into his backpack, gave me the $50, and I made some money. He got what he wanted, and then I'm left with these. Which what I'm going to do is pull the CDs and put them into a loose CD lot for eBay. and still make some money off of them. So it was a win-win for me, win-win for him. And I didn't stay rigid and say, "Oh no, I don't want you to pick out, some of them," because what I'm thinking is, oh, he's only going to pick out 10, and then I'm going to make like $10 or something, $1 a CD. But he picked out a good amount. I still made the $50, which I wanted to make, and then I still left with some, obviously, so I can still make some money off of them. So just be flexible, adapt. That's important. Also today, I finished sorting through all the video games. These are lots that I listed. That one I have not listed yet, but the rest of them I listed, and some individual items on eBay already. Tomorrow I will finish off with the other lot. These are mostly empty cases. A few of them are not empty. And then what I have left is loose. These are all loose video games. So it's a really combination. There's a good amount of sports in here, but there's also some non-sports. There's some PC, and then of course Xbox, Wii, and PlayStation. So I'm going to list all of those together. It's quite sizable. I don't know what I can get. I will see. And then I still have to do some research on these empty video game cases. As you can see, I have a lot of Wii, PlayStation 2, Xbox, Xbox One, and then PlayStation 4 and 3. So I'm not sure if it's worth selling all of them, separately, right? Like PS2 separately from Wii, from Xbox, etc. I will see. I will dive into that tomorrow and do some research. But then, once I list all of that, I'm completely done, because everything that I found that I'm putting in my store is in here in 4 boxes for the warehouse. I mean, for my store. And so it's all of these boxes. It's a lot. I was impressed at what I found, and a lot of games that I don't already have. There's always going to be some sports games, but there's also just a lot of non-sports games, a lot of cool stuff. Xbox 360, a lot of Xbox 360, a lot of Wii, and that'll last me a really long time, because I'm putting out what I consider to be a good amount each week, and I am kind of pretty much running out of space in my store here for video games, so I'm going to have to figure something out. But I enjoy putting out as many new titles as I can, having it be diverse, good selection, so that I can build up my video game customer base, so people know that I'm not just putting out sports games. I'm not just putting out the same old thing every week, putting out stuff that people actually want. Of course, I don't have, well, that's not true. There was one cartridge game in there. There was an NES cartridge game. It was Friday the 13th. I don't have it here right now, but I'm going to clean the little contacts, and I might end up testing it because I still have my NES system. And that one's not worth a ton of money, but it's still cool to have and be able to sell it. So I don't have any cartridge stuff, but it's good to just kind of branch out or expand my offerings basically for video games. And then today I also got these small boxes of books donated, this stack of DVDs, and then I purchased these books, which are newer books that are really popular right now. Spent $20 on them. So that for me is not necessarily making lots of profit. It's more of having newer books that people are seeking to read. So I have a good diversification of books. Someone brought me in some similar books like that were more in the spicy romance niche, and I sold a bunch of them the same week I put them out, which I think was last week or the week before. So it's always nice to get stuff like that in. I don't mind spending on certain books, and those fall under that as ones that I definitely do want to pick up. So anyway, I'm pretty tired now from talking, doing 2 videos, even though you only see one, but it's okay. You live and learn. And I will see you in the next one. Keep working hard, but also have fun. Take care.